want to show everybody where Blue's favorite spot is to be?
Sure. Blue's favorite spot in the car, if we bring a perch in the car, it will always be this one. It's a shower one that we use in the shower with him. It fits him really good. He really likes it. It fits him pretty good.
It does, and we can adjust it, right?
Yep. You can put it down, up, middle. How many more hours, Dad?
About 2 or less.
Is it clear?
Go, Blue. Oh, go, Blue. Come on, you can get it. Little Blue. Yeah. It almost fell. And you keep it over here. There's a hole in it, but that's so you can put it on stuff.
Blueberry. All right, guys, as you saw, Blueberry just went on his second road trip. It was a short one this time, and there was no free flight involved, so not as much exciting stuff going on, but we actually went down to Sandy, Utah to work with some rescue birds, so Blue didn't really get to be a part of that, but he had a lot of fun in the hotel as usual and in the car and loved it. And the cool difference this time is that he has some flight feathers coming in, or she, you know. It hasn't been a year yet, so we're not making the gender official. But you can kind of see on the wings that there are some flight feathers coming in. Lost 2 major tail feathers. And Blue can pretty much fly. Like, you're getting lift, can fly all the way across the house. It's pretty amazing, turning, the whole thing. So we're really excited, but it did make a little bit of our road trip kind of nerve-wracking just because we had to be even more careful and more cautious than we already were about making sure that doors and windows don't get open accidentally because this little bugger could fly out and make it pretty far. So, but instead of running across the bed nowadays, now he was flying across the room, which was really fun. I had a really hard time catching it on camera, so I wanted to at least show you guys here in the house how far Blueberry can now fly because we're all super excited and celebrating it. missed that one. You were just a blur. You missed it. Can you do it again? Come on. Good. Blue, blue. Good. Go, Blue. Woo, good job, Blue. So although this video is really, really cute, if I do say so, because Blueberry is adorable, and Blueberry loves road trips, doesn't get motion sickness or any of that, I know that some birds do. So I wanted to go ahead and address that in this video. We've actually experienced this with one bird, which is actually Sunny, our current project bird, and I want to address a few ways that you guys can remedy this with your own birds. The first thing is that there's no rhyme or reason to why a bird may or may not get motion sickness in the car or get car sickness. So they just kind of get it or they don't. In our experience with my own flock, I've never experienced it with my own birds. Sunny is actually my first experience with a bird that gets motion sickness, and Dave found this out when he brought him home. So one of the things that we have to do to make it way more comfortable for Sunny is to not feed him at least 2 hours prior to taking and hitting the road. And that's because he will throw up his food, and that's not pleasant for anyone. So to avoid his stomach getting upset and actually vomiting, or his crop, we just don't feed him before road trips. And I found that even when I did offer him food on a road trip, which I normally do with my own birds, he would not eat it. So it's kind of a self-induced thing, but now I've learned to just not put it out there. He will only eat if he knows that we are going to stay put for a while, we've parked, we've completely stopped moving for a while, then he will eat. One of the things that you can do is take your bird on a 15-minute to 30-minute road trip and just see if your bird gets motion sick. Some birds are more comfortable with their cages being covered, some are not. This is something that you can play around with and maybe even cover half the cage and see which part of the cage they prefer. They may want to see things moving out the window, and they may totally not want to. It's really a case-by-case basis. So you'll have to kind of figure that out with your own bird. So a few natural remedies that you can do for birds that are motion sickness are ginger, basil, and peppermint. You can just simply make your own tea and put any of those things in some hot water and steep it for a few minutes, then take it out and give your bird the cooled down water. If your bird isn't crazy about ginger, because that is a little bit more of a spicy of a flavor that they're going to taste and either like or totally dislike, you can use the alternatives of basil or peppermint and do it a little bit more mild so they don't notice it as much. So you can give them this water, you can prepare it ahead of time, keep it in a thermos, or however you want. It doesn't have to be served warm, it can be served cool. You want to make sure it's never served hot. So just kind of make it yourself though. Don't actually go out and buy a human tea and make that for your bird. I really prefer you just actually use the peppermint leaves or the basil leaves and just steep those in actual chunks of ginger and just do it that way so that you know that there's no caffeine in that tea or anything, or any sort of additives in a tea that would be made for human liking, including any sort of stevia or sweeteners. Of course, if your birds will eat these sort of things in little chunks or little bites, then that would also be awesome to incorporate into your bird and give it a little bit of something. I find that birds that don't want to eat or drink during road trips, you can often give them little pieces of fruit with kind of greens like the basil or the peppermint stuck to it. And normally they will, for example, eat a sliced grape with a little bit of the greens stuck to it because they are getting that hydration from the fruit. So that's kind of when fruit comes in handy, is when you need to get some hydration into your bird, but the bird's not necessarily wanting to eat pellets or fresh veggies or anything like that, or you may not even be able to travel with it. I personally don't travel with my seasonal feeding system just because I can't keep it fresh for the amount of time that I ideally would like to, or the amount of time that my road trips usually last. One of the things that has worked really well for Dave and I with traveling with birds, especially if it's their first time, is traveling during the nighttime when they would normally be sleeping, so that they just sleep all the way through it. This has been awesome for us, and it's a really nice introduction so that they're almost exposed to kind of that ambient noise of driving and what's happening and that vibration of the car, but they're not exposed to all the craziness of the daytime and all the activity. So it gets a little bit nicer. I would say probably have your bird covered at that point, just so it's uninterrupted sleep. Otherwise, a lot of the things you're dealing with at night are lights streaming in and going by and flashing by, and that can be pretty distracting for a bird. So for us, we don't personally cover our birds, but that's because they travel in a large trailer, and so they have pretty full-size cages, and it is dark in there. We don't have windows or anything, so we control the lighting with the lighting that we have installed, and we can turn it on or off so that we can control how much sleep they're getting. So our birds aren't necessarily in the cabin, but when I do have them in our actual truck with us, I always bring a little cover, especially for Blueberry. He has a little blanket, and that's something that we've always kept with him to protect him from the elements, to be honest. It started out with needing to protect him from wind or rain or cold, just going from the car to the hotel or the car to anywhere else. It just kind of keeps him safe, and it keeps people from seeing what we have, because you will get stopped if you have a bird and people want to say hi and poke at it and all those things. And so I just personally like to keep what kind of animal I have under wraps and just safe from everywhere else. And then also you can give them that darkness if it's starting to get dark around you. You can kind of just go ahead and give them that darkness early so that they can successfully sleep without light beaming in. So that's the one time I think that I do actually use a cage cover, is with Blueberry when he's traveling in the front of the truck with us. So yeah, you can use any sort of blanket or whatever, what have you, to just block out those streaming lights. Another thing is you can put them kind of down lower where they just won't get hit with those lights as well. So it's really up to your bird and what it receives as the most relaxing and the easiest to kind of sleep in. There's a lot of travel carriers that are completely enclosed, and so you don't even have to worry about a cage cover because the cage is already technically covered. And as long as you put the opening part towards a wall or something that's going to block out that light, they'll sleep great. So I hope these tips help you guys, especially if you are experiencing a bird with motion sickness, and how to kind of remedy it.
Come on, Blue, you can get it. Just dust off a little bit for him. Oh, you put your foot on that? Okay. Got it for him. Get it. Blue, you have to get this. Come on, Blue. You can get it. You don't. He really likes that. You guys can. Oh. Little Blue, get after it. Okay. Oh my gosh, Blue. You're making a mess. You done? No? Can I show you guys totally what he's doing? He is really getting it. And it's me filming. Hi. Little Blue. Ah. The thing fell off the bed. Blue, Blue. Blue, we have other toys you can play with. Sorry. Little Blue, on dish. Wah! I get. We gave him another option, but he doesn't want this. You can get your finger stuck in it and then you can eat it off. Little Blue, you want a ball? He has this small ball that he can play with. Here, move it. He has 3 options. He's only going after that little piece of wood. So this is Blue. He does not want to share. This is like a tiny thing of wood that they shaped, and it had a hole in it, so you can add it onto string and make your own safe bird toys. Blue really likes that. You have an itch? Yeah, give me! Give me! Ah! I think he's mostly teared apart this. It's pretty... Okay, you can have that back. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna grab it. I'll hold it for him. Sit still. Whoa, look at the huge mess you made. I'll show you guys. You made a huge mess. There's also some on the floor. So back to Blue.